Ladies and gentlemen, I am back here to talk about Matt Hardy. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, Matthew Hardy is a free agent. First of all, you can find me on Twitter at OMGCoreyB. You can find me on Twitter at TooSweetPod. Matt Hardy, ladies and gentlemen, he is a free agent. I am here to tell you where Matt Hardy will end up, just my personal opinion. But first, I'm gonna rewind back to last night. I'm sitting up last night looking at TV and I'm scrolling through Twitter and I see that, you know what, Matt Hardy is about to make an announcement on his contract status, and I'm like, okay, this is going down at midnight. Is it midnight Eastern time? Is it midnight Western time? What's going on here? And I see the video that Matt Hardy has announced that he's a free agent. You know, I was kind of let down initially because my expectations were sky high. I was expecting an announcement. So that's my fault for getting my expectations way up there. However, here it is. And I gotta say that Matt Hardy may not be what he once was, but he could be a huge asset to a company, considering his character very much reminds me of Chris Jericho. You know what? Chris Jericho is not what he once was in the ring, but his character, the way he reinvents himself, keeps him at the top of the wrestling world. And Matt Hardy has a great character in the Broken Matt character, and I really think he's gonna go on to continue to do some great things. And looking at the top two options, in my opinion, I think WWE is out in my personal preference. Just looking at his video last night, he talked about how he has creative differences with WWE. Now, he did not rule out WWE, said that he could very well go back to WWE, but I think he's out in WWE. So we get down to the top two choices, in my opinion, where I think Matt Hardy will go. We get down to Impact Wrestling. I would love to see Matt Hardy end up back in Impact Wrestling, because when I look at Matt Hardy's career and I think about where he was most over at, where he had his most success at, where he was his biggest at, and the time when he was on top of the wrestling world was when he was Broken Matt in Impact Wrestling. I think he could go on and do some phenomenal things in Impact Wrestling. There are a lot of fresh matchups there. You know he's gonna have creative control there, not to the point where he's gonna, you know, be booking matches, but creative control as far as his character goes. And they can do some great things in Impact. I love the final deletion, all the matches that they had, Delete or Decay. They did some great stuff in Impact Wrestling. I would love to see him go back there. The second choice I have, as much as I would like to see him end up in Impact Wrestling, I think Matt Hardy will end up in AEW, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at this Dark Order storyline and going straight to last night, it was at midnight. I want to say that AEW, they've been tweeting these cryptic tweets. The Exalted One is near, and you know that set everybody off last night. We had a tweet with a picture that said the Exalted One is near. On the E, it says, sitting in a dead tree. Matthew Hardy was sitting on a throne, a wooden throne, and everybody's just throwing out these theories. And you know what? Everybody's excited. You know, whether it's Matt Hardy or not, AEW is doing a wonderful job of promoting this Exalted One. But here's the deal. AEW has to hit a home run here, because this Dark Order thing is on the fringe of being good or on the fringe of being bad. And they are going all in on this Exalted One storyline, so they better hit a home run. And if it's Matt Hardy in AEW, if he is the Exalted One, if he is the Dark Order leader, it is going to be an absolute grand slam home run. Could you imagine Matt Hardy just appearing in AEW saying, yeah, wonderful? He would be tremendous, a tremendous leader of this Dark Order faction, which would put them over the top in AEW. They really need a credible face. It's kind of like how the Inner Circle has the credible guy in Chris Jericho. The Dark Order would have the credible guy in Matt Hardy. That's not to say that anybody else isn't credible in the Inner Circle, but Chris Jericho just has that name value, and Matthew Hardy has that name value. He would be the perfect choice for the Dark Order, and it would benefit AEW. greatly, and it would benefit Matt Hardy greatly because he would have creative freedom in AEW, and I would love to see where that storyline goes. I think they would do a tremendous job with it. We will see how this all turns out. I think Matt Hardy ends up in AEW. We shall see where he goes. I am excited. You know, AEW has built up my interest in the Dark Order. I really wasn't in on these guys at first, but you know what? This Exalted One storyline, I'm buying it. If you give me a good story, I will listen. I will check it out. So we will see how it goes. Let me know whether you're on Twitter or not, whether you want to give it to me on Twitter at OMGCoreyB or at TooSweetPod. Let me know who you think, where you think Matt Hardy will end